निपुण भारत, निपुण भारत। निपुण भारत।
Hello friends, Namaskar. I want to ask you a question and then I will have a discussion about that question. When we say we give education, what exactly are we doing? We have been doing this and that here and there. So what you do when we say we are giving education? We do three things when we say we are giving education. First thing is that we give information to the children, which is also knowledge. But these two are different. Many times you feel we are giving knowledge, but we are only passing information. That is not the point of discussion right now. The first part is we give information or knowledge to the students. When we say we are giving education, we are developing values in the children. In the third part, when we say we are giving education, means we develop the skill sets of students. Then on a whole, when we consider that we are giving education, these are the three things that we are doing. First thing, we are giving information or knowledge to the students. Second is we are developing values in children. The third is we are developing skill sets of the children. That we say we are giving education are the three things that we are doing. Can you think of four things that we are doing? No, right? You cannot think of the fourth because the three things that we are thinking about is education. We are giving information to children, we are developing their values, we are developing their skills. These three things are education. But friends, my next question to you is really important and you will love answering this question. The next question is, if we consider all these three parameters together to be 100%, then how much percentage are we giving to each? What do you feel? How much percent efforts we are putting to give information through our education system? How much percentage of effort we are putting in input values? How much percentage are we giving to develop skills? Can you guess a figure? I think you must have already guessed, or you must have put in that in challenge test that was put to you. What do you understand from that? The discussion that I had with some teachers, and in fact, most of the teachers feel that we are giving only information. We are not working much on values and skill sets. 5% each for values and skill set is also overestimating. When we go into the depth, we realize that we spend more than 90% on giving information. So this becomes an important question that I am traditionally working on the process of teaching, and through that I am giving information. It is now the 21st century and it is really important to give information in the 21st century. Is there something else that needs to be given? 90% of the effort is being spent on giving information. Previously it was necessary. Information had a lot of importance. This is the reason we were giving information. Now we have to understand the world is changing. The social media has now strengthened. Digital media has become very strong. The internet has got in revolution. The pattern of education has changed completely. We will have to understand the changes. What we will be doing when we were giving information, we assumed that the students' brains were go downs, and we kept on working in that direction. While working on this, we realized that anything that we were by-hearting by the students for the information that we were providing was important. Why was it important? Because traditionally, a person who has by-hearted things has a lot of information was supposed to be wise. He was considered to be a pandit because he knows everything by heart. Even now, that is important. But in the 21st century, how many things will you have to by heart? How many things can you by heart? When you had limited information, then it was necessary to by heart and be an expert. Now the canvas of the world has extended so much, there is a lot of information available. This cannot be stored. It cannot be stored is one point, but the main thing is that it doesn't need to be stored. Previously, there was no other storage than human brain. Now the mobile phone that you carry has its internal and external memory. It's 26 GB and above. You will realize that today, if you convert all the textbooks from the first grade to the 10th grade into PDF, it will not require even 1 GB of data for storage. So the textbook that you are going to teach in 10 years is stored in 1 GB. Now you have big storage with mobiles, hard drives. We can store a lot of information there. Why are you using the student's brain as a go down? This is not necessary today. Why I am saying this? Let's take an example. If someone from you and me were in the same class in the 6th standard, and in the 6th standard, we were taught about the Annabhau Sathe lesson, and you are the clever one in the class, and I was the average student. You had got Annabhau Sathe lesson fully and had completely understood. The teachers ask you question regarding who Annabhau Sathe's mother, his father, what books Annabhau wrote. You answered all the questions correctly. I couldn't manage those questions. But right now, we are here, and today, some third person is asking us information about Annabhau Sathe. What do you feel? Will you be able to explain better, or will I be able to explain better? If you think on this traditionally, then you should be able to answer better. But today, if I have a mobile and if I have Google and I am connected to the internet, then I will be in a better position than the person who I may have studied with in 6th standard. Today, it is not about how you can store information. Now, to search distorted information is a skill set. So now we do not have to teach the students to store. However, they need to be taught how to search the information that is stored. And teaching is part of skill set. It is a skill set. This means today information is not important. Then what is important? Importance is to the values and importance is for the skill sets. When we say values are important, what do we feel are values? What do we know about values? It has happened with us or throughout India that we feel we have worked a lot on values. We have put in a lot of effort on values. But friends, it may seem that I am a pessimist or that I am negative, but the values that we have worked upon are based upon information. Values that we know about are based on information. We are not putting those values into action. We know that we have to take care of our parents, but it is not showing in our actions. We also know that we always have to speak the truth. However, it is not showing in our actions. There are a lot of values like these which we know as information. Who of us doesn't know that we always have to speak the truth? But who exactly is following? To get it into the action, what needs to be done? So as the country of India, we have worked on values only on the information level, but we have not put it in skills. When we understand this, we realize that this should not be worked upon on basis of information, but how to convert it into a skill. Then overall, you must have understood that efforts do not need to be put in information. It is no use using values in form of information. So now if you want to get the work done, we will have to work on skill set development.